I just saw Blonde and so can you. You're either going to love this movie or hate it. That seems to be the general reaction at this point. Blonde is a 2022 film directed by Andrew Dominik, starring Ana de Armas, and it was great. I absolutely loved this movie. It seems to be an extremely divisive watch, and I can actually understand why it turns so many people off. Blonde is a film that feels actually deserving of the label Lynchian. The viewing experience is like dropping in on someone's very unpleasant dream. The lines between reality and imagination are quite blurred. Language starts to fail and emotions take a front seat. But there are almost no positive emotions. There is only a constant internal shrieking of the story. This is not a film that celebrates Marilyn Monroe. It does not give her much dignity at all. Blonde does stick its foot in the door of current women's issues, and that seems to really trouble a lot of people, especially coming from a male director.
For this you killed your baby.
Are you sure that you really care about an empowering representation of Monroe, or is it the baby stuff? Let's just leave that there for a moment. Most of Blonde is shot in 4:3 black and white, but not all of it. The amount of changes to the frame, the color, and even to the lenses is wonderful. There are so many ways the film can shift attention or define emotion through technicals. The cuts and effects and blurring between different time and place is almost ingenious. There's clearly so much detailed work going on behind the scenes. You see countless costume changes and surreal recreations of Monroe's legacy. That kind of time and effort poured into every slight minutia deserves credit. Reviews seem to be complaining that Monroe has no real agency within the film, that she's only a victim of those around her. She's only a product to be pushed around by people or by an industry. While that is true in this story, that seems to be exactly what people have been complaining about for decades, that women are abused and victimized by the cold industry that is Hollywood. And the Norma Jeane within this film is not just a simpleton. Blonde shows Norma as being quite well read.
Like a novel by Dostoevsky where you feel sympathy for the criminal.
Oh, you've read Dostoevsky, have you, honey?
That she desperately wants to be taken more seriously.
I want to move to New York and study acting. Serious acting.
But the circumstances around her do not allow that kind of freedom for her. On screen, we have a young Hollywood sex symbol portraying one of the most iconic sex symbols in American history. Ana de Armas is weirdly perfect at playing a post-ironic metaphor for the commercialization of women. She is a product. She is a product, a literal product. Look at how beautiful she is. She is not real. This is a film about Marilyn Monroe, a persona, a woman that is ogled at and objectified by the audience, and this film, Blonde, is ogling at and objectifying a woman, Ana de Armas. The paradox here is perfect. Blonde is not for everyone, but apparently it was for me. Blonde gets a 9 out of 10.